Yo, what's good, everybody? How we doing? Let's see, who's all here? Good evening, Miss K, Kyle, Spaces, JB, Raba, what's going on? Got about 20 people in here right now. I'm not sure how packed tonight's stream's going to be. Obviously, we got FOMC tomorrow, big earnings plays the rest of the week. Guys, today I struggled. I mean, I hit a pretty good trade early on for like $650 on one account. And then I proceeded to get chopped around 28K later in the session and lost $450 on another. So like pretty much a break-even day for me. Nothing to brag home about. Oh, what's up, Miss Raim? Brady, how we doing? So guys, I just feel like I have not been trading that well this entire month. I've only gotten one payout this entire month from props. I feel like I'm break even. And the only reason why my calendar is showing green right now is because of one big swing trade that I had. You know, I feel like I'm just coasting along. Like I'm just not trading well at all. And today, my pre-market trading plan, the level was much higher. It was actually 28,075 was my key level, and it banged the short for all three targets. But by the time it came around and actually tapped that level, I was already like maxed out mentally. You know, I was maxed out mentally and completely forgot about my pre-market trading plan. And had I just only traded the pre-market trading plan, all three targets were hit. The bottom target was 920 down here at 27,920. So yeah, I just feel like I'm in one of those trader funks. I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but you know, where you see so much success for such a long period of time, and then you go through this stretch of like, you know, 2-3 weeks where you feel you almost start questioning whether you know what you're doing or not. Even though this is what I do for a living and I've been doing this for a long time, I'm in one of those stretches right now mentally where it's like I just can't do anything right. Even when I hit a big trade, I have a tendency to hold my trades, so it comes all the way back on me. Oh, nice, Kyle. GG's. Nice. Yeah, Kyle, they're really quick. Them and Lucid, like from time of request, when you hit payout, is generally within a minute with both of them. Like, it's insanely fast. Their payout process is top tier. But yeah, guys, I just feel like I'm struggling. Hey, Joel, what's going on, brother? How are you? Love you. Tuned in for the Lucid compliments. Yeah, so guys, I did notice, by the way, Joel, I didn't even know. My viewers knew, our community knew about the daily payout account options that rolled out yesterday. I didn't even know about it till this morning. I didn't really go and look either, but I didn't know that was happening either. But yeah, Lucid has daily payout account options now. Yeah, Raba, I'm in one of those stretches right now where I'm struggling with my trading. I'm not blowing up. I know better than that. And I typically shut it down. Like today on the one account, I lost $450 and that was it. But I just feel like I'm not trading well. I'm just not. Like I said, I'm pretty much break even aside from one big swing trade that I had on my personal account this month. I'm pretty much break even. You know, my calendar doesn't show it really. But I've been struggling. I have been struggling. I mean, if you guys want to see what my month looks like right now, this is what my month looks like right now overall. Over all my accounts. So I feel like I'm just floating along, right? I feel like I'm just coasting. It's one big trade. One big trade. And a big loser in there too. And I realize you guys are looking at that and seeing a lot of green, right? Like you see a lot of green days. But keep in mind, I trade multiple accounts and I trade them separately. So yeah, Joel. I mean, I know it's all perspective, right? And I know I'll hit a stretch where I'm seeing things clearly, but I'm really struggling in these market conditions. I just both ways, and it's not like I'm married to the longs or married to the shorts. You know, I'm trying to get good trades, and I'll be in good trades, but I'm not securing the profit on those good trades. I think is the problem. I have targets, and normally I like to wait till the price gets to my target because most of the time it does, and I'm being absolutely punished for it. And it's mentally and emotionally draining me. That, and I think a large part of it also has to do with, focus on the tools and indicators and the trading terminal and all that going on. You know, my trading used to be as simple as this and then my levels, right? And pivots. That was my trading, you know, where I'm only looking at this. I'm looking for price to hold. I'm entering longs from here. And now I'm looking at all this other stuff just to make sure it's working appropriately and clicking buttons when I probably shouldn't be. You know, testing out the tools. Yeah, Rice, it's I'm in one of those stretches. I was in one. It's been a while since I've been in a funk like I'm in right now. It's definitely been a little while. So I was due. You know, every trader goes through it. Every trader. I mean, unless you're Goose, unless you're Banana Bread Trades who just wakes up and breathes excellence, rolls out of bed and just starts clicking buttons and makes thousands of dollars. I swear, he and Brian over in his Discord, they are a different breed. They are an absolute different breed. I wish it was that easy for me. I wish I could just roll out of bed and no preparation and just start clicking buttons and then say Kelp Mid is the answer for everything. You know, I wish I could. I have to prepare. I have to research. I have to study. I have to put in a lot of effort to be successful in this. So yeah, overnight tonight, I don't know what we're expecting, to be fair. You know, we have FOMC tomorrow, those major economic earnings releases towards the tail end of this week. So tonight, I'm kind of thinking it might be one of those market just breeze and kind of trade sideways, or, you know, chopping above and below that 28K mark. I can also see, hey, what's up, Albu? What's up, McTodd? I can also see us, you know, floating to the top side as well. You know, go back to that 28,200. If you pull up the 5-minute chart here, you know, I can kind of see one of these things where, you know, we snap down below, back towards 27.9, catch a bid, and kind of float back up here and kind of have a reset on this stretch early week. Right? What's up, Mahmoud? How are you? I can see that happening as well. But I'm probably not going to have big targets tonight unless something outrageous happens, you know, where we get a 200-point move in 10 minutes or something like that, or in 5 minutes. But yeah, so for the month of July, it says I'm up $19,000 for the month of July. But for reference, one of those trades went for a little over 22K. So the one personal trade went for over 22K. So on props, I'm actually red on the month. But tell me how you guys have been doing. How have you guys been handling this volatility and the back-to-back full retrace 100.1 minute candles? How have you guys been handling it? I see some people killing it. Some people are actually killing it. I'm not one of those people, clearly. Thinking about switching to YM, Chief Pepsi? It's a little less stressful on YM. It just moves really, really slow. Like your Globex sessions, you're not going to make what you would on NQ just because it does move slow, but it does like to trend a little bit better than NQ does. It definitely likes to trend a little bit better. You can kind of see it trades a little more cleanly than NQ does. You know, NQ likes to wick levels, extreme wick on levels, whereas YM kind of respects its levels a little bit better. But you can kind of see how it trades. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, you can definitely get on the wrong side of one of these moves. These are 5-minute candles, by the way, on YM. So you just have to be extremely patient to trade YM, I think. You know, you're sitting in a trade for a long time. Sometimes the whole day. Sometimes an entire day you're sitting in a trade. I'm curious to see what happens here at this 920 level. You know, there's a prior daily low here at 938. Curious to see what happens around that area. See if we catch a bid and we look like we're going to be range bound, or if we can actually get the break and retest around that area for a possible short entry. YM is Nim's girlfriend. Better avoid it. There's nothing wrong with the Dow, right? Like, it's a little more reasonable than the Nas has been. Okay. Okay, Nas. I mean, what do we have below here, guys? I mean, I guess we've got all this down here. Where did we get to today? 27.6. Kind of held that daily 100. YM seems really weird with its whole numbers. Yeah, Telegram, I mean, pretty much everything. Pretty much everything is like that as far as the symbols are concerned. Like, as far as the indexes are concerned, I mean. The NQ is shouting harder than my subscriber count. Yeah, the subscriber count has come to a complete stall. I mean, I think at the end of the stream last night, we were at, I don't know, like 8707 or something like that, 8706. We since have lost 3 subs. So from last night to today, we are +1 subscriber. You think by end of the year, the NQ will be below my sub count? See, it's not really like your subscriber count that matters, though, in the YouTube game. It's about, like, your engagement. So, like, on the live streams, you guys chatting a lot, you know, hitting the little emojis, commenting on videos. Like, that's the likes. Smashing that thumbs up button really helps. All that stuff is what drives a YouTube channel and the growth of a YouTube channel. So really, like, you guys control what happens on my channel for the most part. I really don't have any control. I mean, I can produce the best content, but if it doesn't get any kind of comments or likes or views, it's just. Hey, what's up, Kyle? What's up, Brandon? How are you? But yeah, that's what it is. The viewer is at total control over the streamer's, you know, success, really. Or at least the channel's success. All right, this is that 920 area we were talking about. I'm curious to see if we hold this area or if we... do we run this low, maybe? Or do we just continue to crater? I mean, signs of exhaustion here. Let's give this a shot. Let's see if the Nas wants to hold and pop back up into the range. I'll go stop just below this swing low. It will reverse when someone will enter a trade. Nice Street Fighter music. Street Fighter 2 music. What is the Street Fighter music? I can't hear the tunes on my end, so It's literally just a playlist on Epidemic Sound, though. Synthwave. It's like Super Nintendo early 90s arcade. Is that what's happening? Yeah, I don't, it's just a playlist. What's up, Dion? How are ya? It's going good. Not so good with my trading today, but or overall, really this whole month, but it's going good. Other than that, all right, we got about 45 people viewing. Oh yeah, Rabba, I fully intend on this sweeping me out and then recovering. I fully intend on it. That seems to be the continuing trend for me in this market right now. Is enter the trade, go right to my stop, to the tick, and turn around. Hey, what's up, Trader 007? How are you? Should probably connect these orders, link those orders. Is that where central pivot is, Rabba? Is that what you were saying? I don't really have anything there. What's up, Casper? You almost died on the 696 going home today? Oh, no. Well, don't die. Yeah, Detroit interstates and highways, I remember. People drive crazy. Although people drive crazy everywhere. Who are we kidding? Right? It's not just Detroit. That's everywhere. Alright, I kind of like that move. Fighting that prior daily low. It's right there at 938. I should probably go ahead and put in a break-even stop now because I really don't want it coming back. I kind of would like this to accelerate to the top side if we're going to get it. And probably extend this back above 28K just in case. Yeah, Adam, I remember the first time, like, when I moved to Detroit, it was, Dion, I'm a Michigan State guy over U of M. Yeah, Rice, I'm right there with you on the MSU U of M debate. Without a doubt. All right, well, we're looking okay. We're looking okay. If we can somehow get some buyers to step in on this move, we'll be all right. But this has been the continuing trend. Any new peak higher, any new tick higher has run into an immediate hard smack in this market. Oh, nice, Mike. Nice. Yeah, I'm for sure a Michigan State guy over a U of M guy. Michigan fans were, it kind of reminds me of like Yankees fans or Dallas Cowboys fans, right? There's like an arrogance about them. Hey, what's up, Plum Trader? How are you? Oh yeah, like there is. I feel bad for anybody who's working outdoors right now. Really, anywhere in the U.S. It's there's a major heat wave going on, and the humidity that's with it as well. And then I think there's Oregon wildfires as well that are creating like a smoke screen across the entire U.S. Oh, can you leave my entry alone, please? One time, Naz. Let's not have a break even. One time, Naz. Leave my entry alone, please. Golly, man. It's just every trade, guys. Every single trade is the same thing. It's the same thing. Every single trade. Globex, or as you call it, the account slammer session. Yeah, I don't. Globex it's a different beast. It definitely is a different beast. Prior to streaming during Globex, I've said it before, I never traded Globex. I typically get wrecked during the Globex session and then spend RTH. Oh no, Brady, really? Trump's about to be speaking? Great. But yeah, I typically don't trade Globex very well, and then I spend all of RTH trying to make up what I lost during Globex. Because it'll just be doing nothing for a long extended period of time, and then randomly you'll get a surge of volume and price will spike. And if you're not in the trade, when that happens and in the right direction, and even if you are, that price will totally retrace on you. It'll retrace on your entry. It's tough because price will right now, especially on the Nas, it'll tap a level, but you don't have time. Everything, all the moves are happening so fast on the reaction off those levels that you don't really have time to decide, okay, am I seeing confirmation at all? You don't have that kind of time to make the decision. You almost have to blind faith your entry at the level limit orders and just kind of hope and pray. Like, please have the reaction. I mean, that was this morning for me. Was I didn't catch the initial short, but I caught the retest of 27,800 short this morning. So I caught this retest and caught this move down. Oh no, it was this one. This was the retest that I caught and caught the move down. But I missed all of this. You know, because it's starting the move pre-market, and I don't like getting in at the opening bell. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I prefer to wait and not deal with the opening bell, you know, whiplash that you get. So if I'm not in a trade long before that and in massive profits, I'm not holding through the New York Open. But so far this week, it's just been straight downside off the open. Straight downside. And I don't know where you would get in on any of this. Because, I mean, even these 1 minute candles here, like take this one for instance, right? That is a 50-point 1 minute candle. You know, I mean, that's 55 points. This one, after this sell-off, you've watched price come back on you 65 points. You know, like, you're blind faithing it at that point. You definitely are. You are, hey, I'm in at the level, let's just let it ride. Yeah, not a good break and retest. Not how I like to trade. It's not that kind of market right now. It's a tap and go kind of market. And a definitely secure profits where you can kind of market. Hey, what's up, Massive? How are you? $30 trades in 24 hours. Yeah, see, Adam, that's just not. When I do that, I get wrecked. My sweet spot is like, you know, somewhere between 3 and 5 trades a day. That I've noticed historically over my entire trading journey. That is where I perform my best. Anything after that, I lose the ability to be focused as much as it takes. I just don't have that. I can't stay locked in on this for for that long a period of time. I just can't do it. Plus, I have bigger targets than most people do. You know, even with my day trading, I'm still taking kind of like, we'll call it intraday swing positions, you know, where I'm trying to catch big legs, you know, big waves out of the market. You know, some people are mean reversion traders where they're watching the trend play out, a major leg, and they're taking the play back to the mean or back to VWAP or back to kelp mid or whatever. But in my mind, I'm always thinking, okay, if I'm in a trend, why am I going to try and catch this when I could try to catch this, right? Because that's basically what this pullback is kind of reversion to the mean after this the break back above and then the pullback, right? Okay, Adam. I mean, you're just throwing out big numbers now. I'm not even paying attention to that anymore. You're talking numbers that are that's irrelevant. I mean, if you want to come in here and brag about your $250,000 month or your $25,000 day, that's fine, so be it. But that's irrelevant to this conversation. I wasn't even talking P&L numbers. I was just talking actual trades, like points and... All right, see you later. You can definitely go brag in somebody else's channel for sure. For sure. You can go pat yourself on the back on somebody else's channel, without a doubt. Sorry, guys. That's half the problem in the space right now. Just everybody pounding their own chests. There's people out there that are struggling. Trading is hard, and then people come in here and make it seem like it's an easy thing, and pound their own chests. Like, be humble and understand that some people do struggle. It's so ridiculous. There's nothing that makes me cringe or is a bigger, like, turn off for me than that. Second of all, if you're really making that much money every day, guys, you are not hanging out in my streams. You are not hanging out in my streams. Yeah, right. Do you like my car? Yeah. Yeah, go over to Rips. Yeah, Albu. I mean, P&L, like, you don't need to flex. You don't need to flex on it. If you want to talk logic and strategy and trading and stuff like that, I'm all about it. But to just throw numbers out there, P&L numbers, or, you know, all the time with every post, I'm sorry. I'm not going to tolerate that. I'm not gonna sit there and listen to it or not call you out on it. I'm pretty patient and pretty accepting of everything, but that's one thing I can't get on board with. People struggle, and it does something to a trader mentally when somebody's just constantly pumping P&L, saying they're making all this money every single day. No, you're not. No, you're not. We all take losses. You're not making hundreds of thousands of dollars all the time. You're just not. And if you are, you're definitely having days. Oh, nice. Nice, OC. You're definitely having days where you're getting rinsed. Because if you're risking that much to make that much, you are getting rinsed at a certain point. It almost reminds me of Hey, what's up, Joyce? How are you? Yeah, cheers, George. Yeah, I'm not gonna handle it. They can go somewhere else with that, for sure. That's not what we're here for. All right, NQ still kind of cratering. Yeah, Dom. I mean, it's the fact of the matter. You're not hanging out in my live stream if you're making that kind of money, right? Like, you're just not. You're not. So anybody that's sitting there claiming, if it's an outlier day, like you had an amazing day and you hit it big, that does happen, you know? Like, that definitely does happen. It happens to me, too, right? But, like, this doesn't show you anything. This is my month of July. Like, this does not tell you anything. There's a $24,000 day in there, guys. But that does not tell the whole story, right? There's also an $8,000 loss day in there, but there's a $24,000 day in there. So yes, this is a lot of green, but I am struggling with my trading right now. Like, I'm not sitting here saying that I win every trade and making $250,000 a month, you know? Shoot, I've only had 1 year where I made that in the whole year in my trading. But yeah, psychologically, that's bad. And that's honestly the problem with the space right now, is because of that kind of attitude, right? Like, beginning traders get in there and think that that's the reality. And that is not the reality. That is just not the reality. For 99.9% of people getting into trading, that's not going to happen, and not for a very, very, very long time. I would rather hear about somebody's struggles than that. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I would rather hear about, you know, somebody's struggling with their trading than I would hear about somebody pumping their own chest and pounding their own chest. All right, coming down into 800. I didn't see us selling off this much tonight. I didn't see this big of a move happening. You made that once, paper trading. Yeah. Yeah. Martin, more than that. More than that. You got to risk more than that. And honestly, what would you say? Probably 99% of those people that are saying those kinds of things are probably just break-even traders anyway, at the most part, you know? They're probably just... you know, they aren't telling the whole story, in other words. They're leaving out parts. But no, if someone does it once in a while, like, that's fine. But that's back-to-back streams. That's back-to-back streams, guys. That's not what we're going to do. I sat there and was being honest and vulnerable and telling everybody how much I'm struggling with my trading right now. And you get some Yahoo come in and be like, $50 a clip, 30 trades in 24 hours. I make 3K. Is that big enough for you? Like, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Ain't nobody got time for that. Now you're just being a tool. Do it in front of a camera is what I'll say. Do it in front of a camera with people with eyes watching, and then you can say something. Yeah, definitely. I know. Yeah. It's just about being respectful for other people. Like, how much of a narcissist do you have to be to do that kind of stuff? You know? All right, coming down into 800. What do we got? Okay, so man, I don't trust anything tonight with FOMC tomorrow. Anticipated of rates holding with a slight chance of rates raising with tomorrow's FMC. Yeah, Casper, you can see. I have a level there. I don't know if I trust the longs at this point, though. You know, our indicators are pointing to a 1 hour resistance just above that at starting at 860 up to 880. Oh, no, Martin. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You say other things other than that. But I have noticed on repeated consecutive streams that is what was, that's all he said. That's all he was saying. Like, that's it. Nothing even remotely valuable other than pounding your own chest, you know? But the majority of the people that are in my channel and our community don't like that kind of attitude, and I realized that. So that was annoying people on yesterday's stream. I saw people in the chat mentioning it, calling them out. He started doing it again today, and I had to say something. We're all trying to learn and be better. That kind of comment doesn't help anybody. It serves no purpose other than you pounding your own chest. Right? There's zero value there. None. Yeah, Rice, that's kind of why I'm left behind. Like, we're left behind again, right? And the scary thing is I almost think we catch a bid somewhere in here. Maybe like 750s. somewhere around in here. I feel like we might catch a bid at some point. I mean, it definitely looks like a bear flag breakdown with the retest here from today's session, but we just have had so much selling. You would think sellers would get exhausted at some point, and we would finally get like a clean retest of that 28.2. But this is looking, this right now, it has the appearance of, hey, let's heavy sell down to like 27.4. You know, that's what it looks like right now. So maybe we snap from, you know, 750, 770 somewhere and actually bounce back up to retest these. You know, in the mid 800s, but like I said, guys, I'm not seeing it that well. I'm just not. So not financial advice for sure. Not financial advice for sure right now. I mean, the 15 minutes aggressive delta to the downside. I mean, because we're already, what, almost 0.5% down on NQ. Actually, everything's red right now. Silver, gold, the Russell, the Dow, everything's red right now. Macron will be jealous. CL up 4%. I'm seeing, let's see. Oh, it is ripping. Was there news? No, Telegram, I haven't looked at any of the single stock futures yet. Like I said, I'm not going to trade it until I hear like some sort of positivity or that there's a lot of liquidity in it. I haven't looked at any of them yet. War news. Okay, George. So we have ceasefire ended again. Is that what we have? Has the ceasefire ended for the 9,538th time? Iran launched ballistic missiles towards U.S. base in Jordan. Something about a Saudi ship earlier. Well, thanks for hanging out tonight, guys, and thanks for listening to my psychology rant. The fact of the matter is, I've just heard people say I have to turn off social media when I trade because of stuff like that, right? And when enough people have done that, and I see people struggling because of that, hey, YOLO. Cheers. Thank you. Yeah, when I see, because I mean, people that watch trading live streams are trying to learn, right? For the most part, you're trying to learn a strategy. You're trying to learn what works. Being clouded by that kind of stuff does nothing but but like benefit them. That has no benefit to you guys whatsoever. None. Zero. You can sit there and say like you like seeing the big P&Ls because it's motivating. No, it's not, because that's not the reality for most traders that are trying to learn and beginning this thing. It's just not the reality. Unless you've got a stack of money 6 figures deep behind you. But yeah, cheers, Yellow. Yeah, I prefer to keep my streams not that. Yeah, Dom, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are liquid right now. I'm not going to be touching them for quite some time. Until I hear that things have kind of, because I haven't even seen it in like any social media trading space. I haven't seen anybody talking about it at all. So I'll be on the sidelines on that for a little while. For a little while. In fact, I don't even think the props will allow it for a while. You'd be interested to trade NVIDIA future? Yeah, the problem is a Telegram, and the reason why you probably won't see it on props is the leverage is just so high. The leverage is just so high on it. You're pretty much going to be restricted to micros only. Do I think the CME can force? The CME can't force the props to do anything really. That would be some regulatory body other than the CME, I would think, that really would have say over what products the props can or can't feature. Okay, we are just melting, guys. I mean, I don't hate the idea of a short, but I need a pot. This is the same thing that happened to me this morning, where there's just not... Where do you get in? Do you just trust a 9 EMA rejection every time? When you researched it earlier, you read the most similar to NQ would be Tesla and NVIDIA. Probably, Mr. Aim, because those are the two stocks currently that really move the Nasdaq. So I would assume it's very similar. Teflon, honestly, I was anticipating it being a slower session altogether with FOMC tomorrow and big economic earnings on the tail end of this week. Clearly, that's not the case. I mean, we have sold off. Oh, geez, where do we even open up at? So we were above 28K at one point during this hour, and we've sold off close to 300 points Close to 300 points. All right, what do I have down here? All right, so we actually did bounce that level. So 735 into a 40-point bounce. Maybe come back to 830 and retest. There's just too much. There's too many supply areas. So what, I mean, what are you guys thinking? Are you thinking lower? Are you thinking we go chase down today's session lows? I mean, the DOM, here's what we're looking like on the DOM. There's obviously a lot of orders layered in all the way down to, you know, currently probably even below 27K to be fair, but there's a lot of this below us down into like 250. But there's also one decent size order sitting up there at the highs. And I don't even know how big it is. Not that much, to tell you the truth. Not that much. So maybe we're coming down to gobble up all this volume. So it's looking like we might even run the New York session lows. 610 is the start of the weekly gap. Let's see here. So you guys can see 15-minute long entry on the indicators, well, and my levels. Dang, Albie did a good job coding this up. He really did. Look at how closely that matches. Very, very close. His level kind of sits flipped to the top side on this a little bit. It looks like. But that's really, really close. And then he's got one at 650. I've got one at 650. Let's see, where's that one? 28K. I hate psych levels. I know there's a level there, guys, but look at what 28K has done this whole week. I want nothing to do with an entry right at 28K anymore. I want nothing to do with this. I think this is a GFZ. This whole area is a GFZ. So if it is inside that area, longs from here, shorts from here, until price breaks out, kind of like it did right now. And then what I would be looking for is that retest and a rejection below. I'd be looking for a short entry from here. Maybe monthly, OC? I mean, we still have a lot of imbalances below. You know, we got a gap here, we got a gap here. kind of, you know, the daily 100 SMA is sitting just below us. That's kind of where we wicked as well. Could be a nice move back to that double top high and the 200 daily SMA that we've been talking about. If we can hold below that daily 100. This is just cratering to the downside. Did anybody take the 800 short, by the way? Anybody get this break and retest? All right, guys, we got about 60 people watching right now. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Thanks for being amazing people. If you haven't yet, smash that thumbs up button for me if you could. Ms. Rain, the indicator you built put you in the trade at 615. So back up here. Nice. Nice. That's a big trade. That's a big trade. You were short 935 before you joined the stream, Martin, and took $50, which you were happy about. Hey, a win's a win. You got $48 more than me right now. You got $48 more than me. Look at what is, why, guys? I mean, why? All right, I will start looking to see if we can defend this area to the downside, and that's where I'll start looking for the short entry to hop on this, but I'm gonna wait for it to get back up there that way, so that at least my risk is pretty defined and I'm not having to give it 100 plus points. Hey, what's up, Gray Horse? How are you? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yo, this market is outrageous. Ms. Rain, that took you out? Yeah, for sure. For sure that took you out. That's a great trade, though. GG's. I mean, if you were short from the top, 615, I mean, that means you're short maybe just under 28K. So you got you know, 150 to 200 points on that. That's a great trade. Yo. I mean, let me go look at YM or something. You know? Like, what are we doing here? Is ES doing the same thing? Kinda? Sorta? All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try the short from here. I'm going to risk back up towards 900. Trade MCL, it's at a good spot. CL's at a good spot. Teflon, does our code guy use AI? I was hoping to get the 9 EMA on that move, but it didn't quite get there. Hey, what's up, Brady? You out of here? All right. Enjoy your evening, Brady. Sorry, Teflon. I was watching a trade. I got sidetracked there a little bit. Burp, why short? Well, trend has been to the downside since we opened. We got the pullback. We retested a supply level, a 1 hour strong supply level, and rejected it initially. So that's why. That's why I was short. Yeah, Ms. Rain, I mean, we could be setting up for some choppy sideways after the big move. You know, consolidating this range a little bit until Tokyo Open. Oh, Teflon, sorry, I got sidetracked again. Yes. Yes, for certain things, definitely uses AI. To help with the coding and everything, for sure. It just makes things easier. But the logic and everything was not used. There's no AI involvement there. Plus, AI still is in that stage where the AI is only as good as the user that is communicating with it. You know, you have to know how to communicate with the AI in order to get it to do what it should do. Where's VWAP at? Okay, so VWAP was at 8. It's at 848. Is that right, guys? Is VWAP at 848? So 852 on NQ. 852. AI can't do ideas. Yeah, Teflon. You have to have there. I mean, you have to have the logic there. All right, guys. Well, I'm up a massive $23 now on the session. Hey, what's up, Wix? How are you? Long time no see. Hey, what's up, Limitless? New hairdo? No, I got it cut. I don't know. It's been a little while now. It's starting to grow out. I should probably go get it cut again. Wix, I'm doing good in life. My trading has not been as good, but I'm doing okay otherwise, outside of the crazy markets. I'm starting to look like my thumb. I should look like my thumbnail. I mean, it is me in the thumbnail. I better look like my thumbnail. There was one piece of content that we put out recently that I think we did use AI. But everything else is me. it's an actually me. All right, here's VWAP again. Do we break back above? Guys, if this retraces again, if this does one of these things again, where we just V-bottom and bounce right back up there to 28K, I don't know. I might be looking for a long continuation play. I mean, we just surged back above VWAP. So maybe something like this would make a lot of sense as a long entry. I mean, this would be the VWAP long entry. We'd have the EMAs to defend below if we can get that pullback. The rating on these levels just isn't that high enough for me to have enough conviction on them. You want these numbers, you know, being relatively high on the indicator. So like you want them saying, you know, something like this, like 75. Yeah, I'm all right, Burp. I mean, we've got some levels for the shorts to battle through to the downside. It's a pretty nice surge back above VWAP, though. We'll see. You wish Trump would end his situation. Yeah, Wix. I mean, that definitely, if you can get... I mean, are you targeting, like, New York session lows? Or are you just trying to get this? Rotund. Yeah, I know. I know, Rotund. All All right, don't like the stall out here with Delta still pushing, so I'm actually going to pull that order off. A lot of times when you see these bright candles with price not really being aggressive, you can kind of see it happen down here. You get reversals. Honestly, Wix, I think if you get back down towards the lows of the session, back down here, I would almost extend that target myself down to like this area. Because I think if we do get back down here, it's probably slamming right through that. I think this like... What is this? Like 760 to 780 area. I think if we lose that, you get a pretty nice move to the downside. There is a lot of interest down here. I mean, guys, you can see on the DOM, there's a lot of orders resting down here. There's not much above us. There's not a lot of interest above us, but there is a lot below us. Below us, I say. Below current price. Below us. Yeah, I mean, what are we looking at? Wix, are you talking about options expected range? Is that what you're looking at? I mean, ES is back to slightly green right now. YM is pretty much flat. NQ's making its way back to being flat. Gold and silver are both down 0.5%. And the Russell is slightly green right now, too. Kind of interested to see. Let me turn on the volume profile here and see what we've got going on. So today, yes, let's go ahead and enable. Okay, so volume spikes, volume spikes. We could definitely work our way back up to the top of the profile here. I would hope for a pullback to at least, you know, 840, 850, somewhere in there, back into VWAP again one more time before we'd actually accelerate back up. Catch the bid down here. How's everybody doing tonight, by the way? Are you guys trading well? I'll be watching this area for possible rejections. Remember what we were talking about earlier? So, you know, that 920 area. Yeah, Ms. Rain, you're doing all right. Oh, now you're in the buy? Ms. Rain's just Riding the wave. Yeah, Gray Horse, it's tough, right? I talked about it earlier in the stream. If you turned into my stream a little bit late, I mentioned that I've personally been struggling with my trading this month. You know, I showed my calendar earlier. Yes, I'm up quite a bit for the month of July, but that doesn't tell the whole story. The majority of all my profit came from one trade on my personal account. Other than that, I'm actually red on props. I've only gotten one payout from the props this month. So I've been struggling myself with my trading recently. So if you're struggling right now, I completely sympathize. It's been tough. It's been tough. The volatility's tough. You know, when you have 400-point moves back and forth, you know, that are happening really, really fast, when price is tapping a level once and completely reversing, it's not giving you a whole lot of time for confirmation. So I completely understand. I'm right there with you. So if you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. Realize that, yes, I am struggling with my trading right now mentally. Definitely not feel like I'm not seeing it well, despite, you know, my ability to pick levels. But what I use for confirmation these days is not setting up the way that I like it to. So I feel like most of my days I'm just floating around break even. Slightly red, slightly green, break even. And then I had one big swing trade on my personal account that has put me into a green month. But that's it. That is it. So I am right there with you guys if you're struggling. Definitely questioning my ability as a trader. Yeah, Teflon, I just, it's too much. Like when you have to, especially on the small prop accounts, even 1M and Q, when you have, you know, this, like when you have 1 minute candles, let's go to today's action, for instance, right? When you have 1 minute candles that are consistently 60 plus points, right? But even if you caught this short on this retest, you caught this, but then you stomached a 50% pullback at least, right? A 63-point pullback. So anytime it's looked strong, and then price will completely reverse on you. So it's very, very difficult. Burp, I definitely have. I have thought about that a lot recently. YM, or just something that's not trading like a meme stock, you know? Because I feel like that's what NQ is lately. Just massive orders flying around. Volatility. I mean, I've had days where our risk engine has told me, it's literally said, do not trade. too much volatility for your risk if you want to risk $200 a trade, even for one MNQ. Like when your stop ends up having to be over 100 plus points, that's not a good sign. All right, we have exhaustion kind of right where I was looking. You usually trade gold, Miss Rain? Yeah, gold's kind of that same way, or at least it was. But yeah, gold looks like it's just, at least it trends a little bit. Yeah, Telegram, and then inevitably what happens to me is I take 1,000,000 paper cuts. Well, not 1,000,000, obviously. I don't take 1,000,000 trades throughout the day, but I end up taking a lot of paper cuts and enough to like my personal DLL of, you know, $400 or $500 on the account. Even on a micro, you know, you get slippage on the stop. If a Trump tweet happens, it jumps your stop entirely. 285 ticks on CL, Martin. Yeah, I mean, that's just not. That's not the environment that you want to be executing in. Let's put it that way. I mean, this is nearly a full retrace of that move. We are sitting right there. Kind of rejected that 920 level. I guess if I can get... Why do I feel like they're going to do the grossest thing tonight and rip this all the way back up to 28.2? Do you guys feel that way? Do you feel like... I mean, that's not a lower low. That's a higher low. That is a higher low. Do you feel like we rip all the way back up here? Because that would be the grossest thing they could possibly do leading into FOMC. Am I wrong about thinking like that? Like, what would probably hurt the most accounts right now? Where would be the most money to go and steal from people? Would be this move, right? It would be this move. You think so? So you're talking like... Burp, you're saying something like this? I mean, that brings us pretty much right back up to 28K. Shorting MSTR would be the best trade to steal some money, Zalbu. Yeah. I'm curious about anybody that's tried. Hey, Luck9 Legend, thanks for the sub. Appreciate you. Hey, thanks, Raptor. Appreciate you as well. I'm curious if anybody's tried to like trade SMH or anything like that recently. Because that has to be so volatile. So extremely volatile. All right. I mean, if we can get back above 922... Honestly, I'm thinking... Hey, what's up, Try Improve? There's a lot above us. The Globex Open is still back up higher, around 960, just above 960. Yeah, Peppa. I mean, it's looking that we were just kind of talking about it. If you're just tuning in, right now, and a lot of times this is what happens to me on NQ is I have to say to myself, what's the most disgusting thing they could? What's the most disgusting move where they could steal a lot of money right now? Right now, it would definitely be the rip back up to here. That would be the most disgusting move they could possibly make right now. Silent Edge Trader, you want a short? I think we got to get back below 860 at this point for me. Because what I can easily see happening on the short side right now, unless you're just scalping out a small move, what could easily happen on the short side is we've reclaimed, right? And now you have a break and retest of this level that could possibly just rip back straight to the top. So ideally, what I would like to see on the short side trade at this point would actually be the continuation, aggressive move back down, and then the pull back in for the rip down. What about the Australian CPI? I don't know. I don't know. I've never really... I feel like it doesn't move the U.S. indexes a whole lot. Honestly, I don't know that we're going to get a huge move outside of this range of consolidation. Granted, we had this extension, but it didn't put in a new low. It didn't take the regular trading hours low. So I'm kind of almost leaning towards we get some sideways and then we get that move up to 28.2 with a hard rejection back down. But I did not expect a 300-point sell-off tonight either. So anything's possible, guys. Anything is possible. All right, we got about 20 minutes till the Tokyo Open. You smell a retest of the New York lows? Back down here. I mean, there's definitely interest down there. There's definitely some orders on the books resting down there. KOSPI down 10%. Yikes. Yikes. You know what stock went soaring recently, guys? Have you guys looked at Coca-Cola? Have you looked at Coca-Cola recently? Burp, it has to be, it has to be in that first hour. So like 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Anything after that becomes, you know, institutional positioning movement in my eyes. You know, trying to get set up for FOMC. But a lot of times recently, I don't know if you guys notice. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like a lot of the last few FOMCs have not, they've been non-events. It hasn't, back in the day, FOMC was the biggest news event. It would be the biggest market mover that there was. Lately, I feel like we have not had that same kind of movement on FOMC. Yes, there's a little volatility injection, but I feel like we haven't gotten that move that we used to see all the time. So if you've traded for, you know, 3-4 years, FOMC is a lot different now than it used to be. Or at least the trading is. But I think trading on FOMC days, I try to be done in that first hour of the New York session. And then wait for FOMC. Yo, we are just right back. We're retracing that whole move. We are retracing that whole move. Burp. No, not necessarily. Like you might have some good moves. There might be some. Oh my goodness. Yo. But the best thing to do, the best thing that you can do if you're new to this and you haven't ever traded, you know, major economic news, I would just watch if I was you. It's not worth the risk. A lot of times what you'll see with FOMC, and oh my goodness. Miss Rainey, you disappointed you didn't hold down that position? That's tough, though. That's tough. But yeah, as far as news is concerned, especially if you're new, just sit. Just sit it out. Watch what actually happens. A lot of times with FOMC, you'll get that initial move, and then Fed chair will come on. It used to be Powell, obviously now it's Marsh. You know, a half hour after the statement release. So you'll get kind of a volatility spike in that first 10 minutes after the release, and then it'll kind of come back to where it started. And then really the market mover is whatever the Fed chair says. The Tory trades trend line indicator. Oh, jeez. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I don't know if I trust the shorts. Did not make a new low. Didn't quite come back far enough for me to get in on the long. But I would try to be done by, I don't know, what did you guys say? FOMC. Probably be done by noon Eastern. 11:30 Eastern. London close. Whenever the London close happens. That's when I would try to be done. And then just come back, you know, shortly before 2 p.m. Eastern. We are back. No, kind of what, you know, what I was looking at earlier and kind of what I was going for earlier was this move back up into 28.2. I kind of feel like this gets traded possibly even back up into 28.3 or 28.4. Right? Possibly back up to test this stuff. Trade back into the gap. We did gap up after all. Right? We did gap up to start the week. So, it would make a lot of sense to come back up into this area. Oh my goodness. Okay, I did not see this happening. This stuff is an advanced turn, Harrison. Yeah. Oh, Ms. Rain, you can't be annoyed. You had a great trade. You had a great trade. Too many times recently, I've made that same mistake where I try to hold on to the trade for that big target and it comes all the way back. So should you wait for the short, try to improve? At this point, I don't know that you're going to get a great short opportunity until 28.2. I don't know that you're going to get a great one. I guess if we reject these highs, you know, up here at 28,070, 28,080, somewhere around there. Maybe. But that's the only spot where I see a short from right now. The only other time I would try to short is if we got that break back below this level and we're holding below for the ride down. But at this point, you're kind of waiting for this. You know, rejections, hard rejections from here. We've got buyers trying to defend that level as well. So you got a bunch of downside wicks in there. You've got top side rejections. So, yeah, I mean, That's probably what I would wait for the short at this point. It'll bounce back down at the Tory trend line. I don't know. This looks like blast off to me. Guys, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Let's see. Break and retest 28,000. I mean, maybe the surge, maybe reject like 130s, come back down long from 28,075, something like that. Time in sales is moving faster than the New York session. Seriously? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. When volume is that high on the overnight, that's not good. All right, we got about 8 minutes until Tokyo Open. I'm going to be hands off until then. We'll see what happens at the top of the hour. Whoops, sorry guys. Didn't mean to do that. Tokyo opened 6 minutes ago? Wait, what? Tokyo opens at 7:45 Eastern? Time in sales, Burp? It's the orders that hit the books. That's what time in sales is. Yeah, I thought so too, Atiragram. I was pretty sure. I was fairly certain that it was 8 p.m. because that's when the big injection of volatility always comes in too. Oh, nice war. Yeah, if you caught that low down there, without a doubt, that's a great trade. So Martin, it is Tokyo. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Eastern. Just to give you a heads up. Oh, wait, no, it's 7 p.m. Eastern, it looks like. Not even 7:45. So they don't observe... Japan doesn't observe daylight savings time. So it's saying 6 p.m. Eastern Standard and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, depending upon if the U.S. is in daylight savings time or not. So actually, we're all wrong. We are all wrong. I could have swore I read it was 8 p.m. Try to improve ES. Is ES looking like a short from here? Yeah. I mean, you're in a spot where it could roll over. Just kind of riding that 9 EMA up right now. All right, 1 second, guys. So Chat GPT says 7:45 p.m. futures open, 8 p.m. main Tokyo open. I always thought it was 8 p.m. I really did. Eastern Standard. I thought it was 8 p.m. Yeah, yeah, Silent Edge, I think it is 8 p.m. I could swear it's 8 p.m. Now you guys got me checking everything. Okay, Burp, yeah. Yeah, Japan does not change clocks. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah, Chad, I think... Oh, cheers, try to improve. In Interactive Brokers, the Nikkei is open. Nikkei futures. Or like the actual like individual stocks in the Nikkei. Demeyer. Oh, Meyer. Oh, you're in a swing position on NQ? Okay. Okay. I got you. Let's see what happens back here. Where is VWAP's all the way back down at 27,915 right now? Is that right? That can't be right. Is that right? Unbelievable. Well, we're ripping, guys. We're ripping. The question is, where is the long entry at? Can we get the long entry? Maybe back down in here somewhere? $28.2 coming in hot. $28.2 coming in hot. Oh, gross. Unless you're in a long. It's definitely not gross if you're in the long. Yeah, Teargram, I'm right there with you. Like, it's almost like that PTSD psychology where you've seen things happen so much recently that it causes that slight bit of hesitation. But that slight bit of hesitation right now is what gets you into trouble. What would be gross is not breaking the lows. Massive, I don't know. I don't know if we get that big of a sell-off again. I mean, look at this. It did not create a new low even with that aggressive move to the downside. I don't know. I really think, guys, back up to the gap at this point. I'll be looking for a long, to tell you the truth. Probably somewhere around, yeah, it is all the way back around 28K. Like 28,020, 28,025, somewhere around here is what I would be looking for on a pullback long. Oh, you meant it would be gross to break the lows? Yeah, it definitely would. Later, Martin. Yeah, if any of you are interested, by the way, we are coming close to time where we're going to be releasing the indicators and tools that we have. So if you would like access to them, we are limiting it to 40 users initially, just so we can, you know, get a feel for what we're going to be dealing with on the back end. Feel free to click on the link in the description or visit leveluptrading.com lvluptrading.com and get your name on that wait list. It is only going to be available on Quantower initially, but we are integrating to NinjaTrader and Tradeovate and Sierra Charts next. But the initial launch will only be on Quantower. So if you don't mind using Quantower, go ahead and get yourself on that wait list. There will be a 7-day free trial, obviously, so you'll get to try everything out for free. But go ahead and get your name on the wait list. We're getting close to having... We're very close to having full capacity on the thing. So if you really want to try them, now is the time to get your name on that wait list. I'll put the website here as well, just so everybody can see. Yeah, Plum Trader, we're excited too. We're excited too. It's been a long time coming. It's been a lot of work, a lot of stress, to be fair. A lot of stress, a lot of sleepless nights. If someone tells me they use Sierra Chart, you imagine them as an old wizard living in the mountains making their own potions. Yeah, so Sierra Charts is a different beast, without a doubt. You know, if you've got 3 years to dedicate to setting up your charts and, you know, getting the platform the way you want it, Sierra Charts is for you. It's reliable. It's super reliable trading platform. It is extremely reliable. Burp, what is my setup? Like, how many monitors do I have? I have 4. I have 4 monitors. 4 27-inch monitors. So, like, when you're streaming, you need a lot of screen real estate. Because you've got so many different applications open. So like what you see on the stream is one of my 27-inch monitors. All right, we're kind of reaching the top of the volume profile right now, but I definitely think we go trade 28,200. I'm just hoping that we get some sort of pullback before then. Maybe back into even this 28,075 area. And then rip to the top side. But it's looking like it's going to continue to just go higher. I don't even know if we're going to get a pullback, guys. I'll be honest with you. This is looking like we just continue higher. I tell you what will give us the pullback. What will give us that pullback is if I click buy right now. That's when we'll get the pullback of like 70, 80 points. Struggling on the little screen. Yeah, Burb, I think, you know, you can obviously get away with even just a basic laptop. But I do think screen real estate, even for trading, like just for charting alone, to have all the information that you really want, you kind of need 2 monitors. You know, you want your execution monitor, and then you want a monitor for like your higher time frames and different symbols and overall market look at a minimum, I would say. You know, a monitor where you have like your account information, your trades, all that on a separate monitor. Otherwise, you get really distracted not having the screen real estate. Clicking through a lot of tabs. I've been there. All right, guys. Giving away a Lucid Pro 25K test account. Surprise, surprise. Exclamation point Wes in the chat in order to enter into the drawing. Nightbot will be selecting the winner. Mason is not with us tonight, so no marbles race tonight. Exclamation point Wes in the chat. I did it on purpose. I didn't mention a thing until right now. I did it on purpose. We'll leave the registration open for a little bit, just to give everybody the opportunity to get in. But as soon as I start seeing an unusual amount of registries, that's when we will select the winner. Kyle mess marbles. Yeah, Kyle, I can't do it tonight. Mason is, hopefully he's asleep. I gave him the night off tonight. Gave him the night off. He's actually moving this weekend, so I can't you know, we got to give him a few days to get moved and get settled into his new home. Once again, Lucid Pro 25K is the giveaway this evening. So exclamation point West in the chat. Anybody who's listening. No, Kyle. No. He's staying in the UK. Exclamation point, Miss K. Yeah, Miss K. Miss K has her own command on my streams. So does Kyle WV. I need a pullback, guys. Yeah, Wix, we are stuck. We are 100% stuck. That's why I want the pullback first. You know, this is the first 5-minute candle that we kind of created. We didn't hit a new high. I still think we go to 28.2, but I need a pullback at least to test, you know, 28,100 in order to get on board. For that move, we're starting to see exhaustion on the 1 minute. What's the 5-minute showing? The 5-minute is showing, you know, running into slight resistance. You know, the 15 minutes really not showing any supply levels till 260. Hey guys, guess what? I think we have avoided the botting tonight. I was scared doing the exclamation point West that we were going to get botted. And I don't think it's happening tonight. I don't even know if we've hit 80 viewers tonight. It says we have 70 people watching right now. Hey, what's up, Zen? Zen, exclamation point West in the chat. So it is Mason's fault. Burp, yes. So here is the risk engine for MES right now. So I have the risk set to $300. It's saying 12 micros on ES is doable with a 5-point stop roughly. That is doable. ES levels on the 1 minute currently look like this. So yes, everything does work. These are 4-hour levels that I have toggled on the ES. If I went to the indicator here and... Oh, 1 hour zones are toggled on. Like say I turned on the current time frame. Granted, this is going to be really messy because it's 1 minute levels. But you can see what they look like. And when levels get invalidated, they disappear. But that's kind of what it looks like on those lower time frames. So yes, everything is set up. Pretty much any of the U.S. indexes. I know that it works on all of them. You know, here's YM with the levels and the easy order flow candles. Let's see, gold. That's what gold looks like with our levels. So yes, everything is tailored to each individual symbol. Yeah, Wix, we've kind of had to stop talking about them on the streams just to give you a heads up, because we started realizing that we have people are trying to replicate and copy our ideas, and not that their tools are as good, but we have noticed copycats already, and much larger streamers are starting to copycat the tools that we've built. So we've had to kind of stop talking about certain ones and hiding features that I haven't really shown a lot of. But you can go on our website and kind of take a look at everything, Wix, if you really want to, just to see everything in its entirety. You know, all the tools that we do have. And there's going to be more to come. We just have had to be quiet about everything because, well, you know this space. It's slimy. It's slimy, and with AI these days, people can just screenshot anything and throw it into Claude, and it can closely, like, somewhat try to replicate it. Yeah, Zen. Yeah, Zen. It's happening, and they're bigger streamers too. They're much bigger channels. Much bigger channels. We're doing a giveaway, Zen. We're doing a giveaway. 25K Lucid Pro. In fact, let me check it real quick. Yeah, we're still good. We're still good. Clone Wesley. Make no mistakes. Yeah, Bert. Exactly. And it happens. Like, it's we've noticed it. So there are people, you know, the bigger streamers, we've said it before, they've got teams of people probably on payroll to scour the internet looking for new ideas. And, you know, and if they stumble upon something that they can think they can capitalize or get profit on, they're going to use it. They're going to try to replicate it. And not that they'll be able to produce anything good or that it'll be worth people's money or anything, but they will try to replicate it. Like, it's just the way that it is. It's the nature of the beast. And if they can beat you to the market and they've got more viewers and more eyeballs and all that, and they can do it for cheaper, they're going to do it. Cutthroat industry we're in. Cutthroat. Go on, make Marvel win. Make no mistakes. I mean, we've got 70 people in the stream right now, it says. So we've got a few people in here. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. I appreciate you. Here comes that pullback that we're finally somewhat looking for. Okay. All right. Come on with the 30-point snap moves. Yo. What is that? Yeah. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, Wick's like, what was that? That's exactly what I was looking for. You know, that's a setup that I look for. Break, retest the level, holds long. Right? Go ahead, Zen. You're good. Yeah, deuces. Yeah, deuces. We're giving away a Lucid Pro 25K. Go ahead and type in !West. We just keep it on the DL. We keep it on the DL for as long as possible. Mason's not with me tonight, so we can't do a marbles race. So this is the way I have to do it. All right, we're finally getting that rollover. Where do I want to try this long from? Where do I want to try this long from? You wonder if the viewer count goes up if you type the word G? The G word? Oh, I guarantee, guys, look, like, I know how to get more viewers, right? Like, I know how to do it. You just have to put thumbnails out that you have giveaways, announce that you have giveaways. But I don't want those kind of people, A, winning the accounts, but B, because they just unsubscribe immediately after the giveaway anyway, and then the analytics would look bad, right? When your subscriber count is jumping 50 subscribers right after you do a giveaway, when you're dropping 50 subs, like, it looks bad. So we're going to do giveaways. We're just not going to announce them to the general public. We're not going to announce them anymore. They're not going to be on thumbnails. We're not going to put that word in the title. My channel isn't big enough to support that kind of up and down in subscriber count. You know, like tonight, let's see here. Oh, we've got 34 people in right now. We've got 34 people in the giveaway currently. Tonight we've picked up 6 subscribers tonight. So thank you everybody that's new. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. I realize not a lot of trading tonight. 100% admit I'm struggling in my trading right now, not seeing it clear. I'm kind of hesitant. So I'm taking it kind of slow this evening, especially with FOMC tomorrow. So I apologize for the lack of trades, but welcome to the channel. Hopefully you continue to show up. Hopefully be an active part of this community. If you're interested in a free trading Discord, feel free to join Level Up Trading Community. There is a link in the description down below the video. It's been kind of quiet in the Discord lately. I have a feeling, guys, a lot of people have been getting wrecked. A lot of people have been getting wrecked. Yeah, Kathleen, like I'm not here to, you know, I don't make millions of dollars every year. I don't. I'm green this month. I showed my calendar earlier across all my accounts, but it's all one big swing trade that I made all my money on this month. The rest of my trading, I've been red, and I feel like I have not been like seeing it all that well. So, you know, I had a 20K plus swing trade that has got me to the total month of July. I've made $19,000, but you can see that the majority of that was all that one big swing trade. So I feel like I'm struggling, even though my P&L doesn't show it. My overall P&L doesn't show it. That's the reality of the situation. And for those of you that are just tuning in, I'll show you what we're talking about, kind of. If I can get it. So here is my month of July. But you can kind of see it's all one big day. It's all one big day. And I realize it looks like a lot of green, right? It looks like a ton of green. But you can see I had an $8,000 loss day there. But my entire month is one day. One trade. So I feel like I'm just not trading that well right now. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. Burp, I held it for about 3 days. Not a lot, Burp. On that trade, I didn't have a lot of drawdowns specifically. Not on that one. But you could see that $8,000 loss day. That was another attempt. So I take sizable losses as well. You know, I think on that one I took a $4,000 stop out, but on a personal account it's a little bit different when you have a balance to work with. You know, I'm trading minis on my personal, whereas on props I really can't do that. Yeah, Burb, it takes a while to get used to that kind of stuff. You know, on my personal account, I might take, you know, throughout the year, maybe 8 trades total. 8 trades total. But what you'll often see is because of swings like that on your P&L, right? A lot of times the guys who trade personal accounts, that's why they don't like props at all, because you can't trade props the same way that you do. You're under such tight restrictions and tight confines that you can't go for trades like that. Well, A, you can't hold overnight at all, but B, you just can't you can't trade like that. You know, on my personal account annually, I'll probably make like 80 to 100K, and then props normally I make about, you know, probably between 40 and 50 annually over the last few years. Carried out precision strikes in Iraq, targeting Iran backed groups, planning attacks on U.S. forces. Oh, geez, more war news? Oh, man. Here we go. Oh, sorry, guys. Didn't mean to do that again. Carmine, Casper? Yeah, I mean, if the guys that trade a personal account or preach trade personal accounts, they generally don't trade props very well, because it's a different kind of trading. Props are very difficult. Prop trading is very, very difficult. And I used props as leverage for my personal account, or to build my personal account up. Zen. Are you kidding me? But it's a little bit easier to deal with. Oh, nice, Peril. Nice. All right, this is that spot where I think we might start to catch a bid. We are right at that spot. So I think what I'm going to try to do is try to get in one from here. Yeah, Kennedy, I'm the same, right? I'm the exact same. The exact same. I used to trade minis, guys, back in the day when I first started, just because we didn't have, you know, these wild 800-point days on NQ. And it was mainly a bull market. It was right after COVID, so it was relatively easy trading. It was just a lot of V-bottoms. And I was able to safely do it and manage my risk appropriately. Oh, you little did it to me again. I was able to manage my risk appropriately. In this, you really can't with minis, especially if you're on those 25K or 50Ks. You just can't, like, you can't trade minis. You can, but you're pretty much risking the entire account every time you get in. 20-point stops just aren't enough. They just aren't enough. Burp, no, not for a long time. They're going to be so illiquid for such a long period of time that it's not going to be worth me even looking at. For a while. Like the single stock futures are so new that it's just going to be completely illiquid. Sporadic, crazy movement. Yeah, eventually, once, you know, we see some good volume on the symbol, for sure. But I just don't think anybody wants to be a guinea pig. You know, right now, everybody's kind of like just waiting and seeing what's going to happen with it. The single stock futures, that is. I think it's a great idea, right? Like, how cool would it be to come on a stream and watch me trade like Tesla or Nvidia or Apple or Microsoft or, you know, any of those individual stocks or Caterpillar. Yeah, Tradeify is allowing people to trade everything. Tradeify is all about the new stuff. Gotta love them for it. They're a great firm, guys. If you haven't traded with Tradeify futures, they're definitely worth a look. End of day drawdown on daily payout accounts on some of their accounts. So I think they're the only one that really does that. I think Trade Day might do it as well. Not a lot of people know about Trade Day, but they've been around a long time. It's just they don't do any marketing or promoting. Tradeify is intraday? No, they aren't. I don't think so. I don't believe so. Looking it up now. All right, so it's going to be the select 50K evaluation, end of day. Yeah, it says end of day. I don't see anything about intraday on with Tradeify. Yeah, it's end of day. Yeah, it literally... This is the select account, right? These are the ones with daily payouts. It says end of day. View funded rules. End of day. I don't see anywhere where it says intraday. Nowhere. So unless it's in the fine print somewhere. Why isn't Wes saying anything or moving? Zen, sorry, I was doing a little research on a side monitor. All right, guys, I'm gonna try the long at this point. This is that area. We kind of have bounced support. We're back above the EMAs. I'm going to try the long up into 200. Oh, it was you freezing, Zen. Okay, I got you. We'll go ahead and risk the back below 28K at this point. Azafly, you might have. You know, Lucid introduced daily payout account options. Lucid definitely did. Lucid recently introduced them. In the funded stage with Lucid, you're kind of restricted to you can select end of day trailing option in the evaluation phase. However, in the funded, it is intraday regardless of what you choose when you sign up for the account. Take Profit Trader has daily payout accounts, which are obviously, you know, you're dealing with the intraday with Take Profit Trader. And I think it's 5 trading days to pass the evaluation. I think Tradeify, if you like the end of day trailing drawdown, Tradeify is probably the way to go because you can stick with it in the funded stage as well. The only drawback that you might have is you probably have a lower payout cap on those daily payout accounts. My Funded Futures has daily payout accounts as well, but they are intraday trailing too. Is that an 8.71K subs? Yo, what did I do? Enter at the top of this move? Like, my goodness. It looked good. It definitely looked good. Prime to go visit the highs again. You know, you just have to look at what payout structure really that you want. No, the Azafly, they've had it for a while. It's always been a part of their select plan. So the select plan, you can choose which route you go, whether you want to go with the trade 5 days to pay out but have a higher payout cap, or you can do the daily payout and have the lower payout cap. That's what their select account is. Tradeify's got some good account options. Burp, I'm trading micro. Well, micro. I'm trading a Lucid Pro account right now. 25K. About to kill this trade, though. I like the exhaustion. I like the bounce at the level. But I don't like the rejection off the 21 EMA that aggressively. Especially right when all we did was wick right back above it. Oh, nice then. Thank you for your expert analysis. I'm definitely a better analyst than I am a trader, Zen. Yeah, I mean, you've heard me say it a million times. I'm definitely a better analyst than I am a trader. I have a better read on the market than I do with my execution. Honestly, what I should do, guys, from here on out, rather than entering like I did there, where I just hop on the bid or the ask or mark it in, I should just place limit orders. And I said, yeah, I definitely have PTSD right now, for sure. All my trade executions, because I've been snapped back on too much. I've been caught on the wrong side of Trump tweets a couple times that have rinsed me. You know? It's just... It's how I feel like my trading. So I go to break even relatively quickly. See, like on a mini, you know how we were talking about minis and micros? I would never have been able to let this trade do what it's doing right now. Would have never been able to do it. I would expect at least a wick back above 28,100 on this move, but we all know this can rip back below 28K in about 2 seconds these days. It's just how the Nas likes to do it. It's just how the Nasdaq likes to trade. One micro with 100 tick stop loss. So you're risking 25 points, pretty much. One, two. All right. If you haven't yet, smash that thumbs up button, guys. Also, if you haven't yet, exclamation point West in the chat. We are giving away a 25K Lucid. What did I say? Pro or Lucid Pro account this evening. Exclamation point West will enter you into the random drawing that we'll do at some point during the stream. Oh, wow. I've been live for 3. This is the longest stream I've had in a while, guys. Nasdaqistan. Oh, it's about right. It's about right, Burp. That's about right. Yeah, Marhan, I took some heat, though. I got in on this move. I took some heat on my position, for sure. But, I mean, we have break retest, 28K. I like it unless price drops back below 28K, so I don't really have a reason to get out of the trade. I still like that 28,200 level, possibly even higher. So we'll see what happens. I might still, Marhan. It might still. I'm just going to have to give it room to breathe. Or we're just going to take a nasty stop out. That's just the way it goes. It's what we get for trying to catch the last little portion of the move up. Let's see 4 minis ride to 209. Just let it go. It's not looking great right now. Definitely not looking great. That smack at 80 is not ideal. I know some ICT people are watching right now, and they're like, but Wes, look at where your stop is. You got a 1 minute fair value gap, bro. You got a fair value gap right there, bro. You got an SMT in your FVG, bro. A channel watcher meetup at Churchill Downs, Roton. The turtle and Finding Nemo. Oh, jeez. Too funny. You think the 5-minute holds more weight to them? Well, it's just like it's an imbalance, right? That's really all it is. Like, just call it what it is. Price moves aggressively through, and the idea behind that is you've left some orders behind, right? Like, that's what that is. Like, that's the idea behind it. Just call it what it is, though. Why is Miss K everywhere? Oh, Miss K's an OG. Miss K works very hard. Her attendance game in the trading space is unmatched. Yeah, unfinished business. An imbalance isn't rebranded and cool. Yeah, we love Miss K. We love Miss K. All right, price still holding that support area, so like I still don't have really a reason to get out of the trade. We are chilling. Let me check and make sure. Yeah, we're still good, guys, on the giveaway. We're still good. We have averted the botting somehow. Even with the exclamation point West. That's good to know. That is good to know. Frank, if you're still here, I see your message. I see your message. Yeah, bro, I'll give you a shout. Well, providing it doesn't get too late. Have you ever tried an instrument that I hated trading perp? Right now, it's in queue. Right now, it's in queue. Trying not to be weak-handed. Trying not to be weak-handed in this trade. I mean, you remember when everybody was trading gold GC when it was having that major run up because it was the most volatile symbol in the market at that time. I didn't like trading gold then, and everybody was trying to convince me that I need to be trading gold because it was the trendy thing. Should do a stream trading hog futures. Zen, you should have sold your gold then. Yeah. Yeah, what did it hit? Did it hit like 5K? 5K an ounce? Is that how high it went at a certain point? 5.5K? Jeez. Hey, what's up, Tactical? How are you? Oh yeah, you remember when we were chasing well, that was when the channel was like kind of, you know, we were getting like 4,000 views a stream, gaining 150 subs a stream. Yeah, when gold was flying around and we were trying to track down gold on the subscriber count. You remember that? Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, Marhan, and gold, like it was. I got 8.7K. Oh, Tactical, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. All right, well, are we slow melting again back into my stop? This is what happens to me, guys. Like, this is exactly what happens to me. This is on repeat over and over and over again. This exact scenario. You don't think you ever made money trading metals? I mean, you know, the few times that I tried to trade micro gold, I did make some money, but it was not stress-free. I will say that. All right, guys, last ditch effort here to try and salvage this position. Hoping that a 28K holds. I'm going to keep my stop where it is if I get this long. And just take the stop out. We're going to try to mitigate the damage. And see if we can get some sort of pop back up. And maybe I can get out of the position with a little less damage. If not, I'll just take the full stop. Not going to add any more than that, though. Zen, I call it a soda. I call it a soda, Zen. The semis are dumping again. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm done. I really thought we were going to chase down that 28.2. Really did. Yeah, I've heard a lot of like people in the Midwest call it pop. You told her she was wrong. Come on, buyers. Like, what are we doing? Huge, huge run up just to fall right back. Golly, man. Can't stand this market right now, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's so frustrating. Just zero continuation. Zero continuation. Come on, Naz. Go chase down 28.2. Yeah, Ms. Rain, you've done real well. You caught the down move and you caught the upside. So you did real well. All right, let's pull our stop up. Mitigate the damage just in case. I don't like that rejection after getting right to my average entry. I'm going to take this stop out. I'm not going to deal with the 28K swings back and forth. It'll be a $100 loss if I do take the loss, and that'll be that. I'm not going to play those games with the market tonight. No way. No way. You got caught by the down move and caught by the up move and got caught by the up move. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, doesn't it? Gotta love trading, man. It's rejecting the EMAs, guys. I'm going to pull my stop up to just below 20. Anything below 28,020, I'll take the stop out. Tilty McTilt sauce when that happens, yeah. Well, it's so volatile. You have 50-point consecutive one minute candles in a lot of spots, so it's tough. I don't want to stomach another. You know, I'm in 2 contracts now. After that big of a down move, if buyers are going to hold the market up, they're going to hold it up from there. It's not going to dip below 28K and find the bid, right? They're going to defend that major psych level. Every time market goes up, you'll try to get your out. Marhan, it's a new account option. Like if you go to their homepage and try to add an account, all the other account options will pop up, and then you just select the daily tab that's on that page. And then you have to select okay. Now my average entry is resistance, I guess. Come on. What are we doing here? Yeah, you just have to select the daily account option. Yeah, I'm out, guys. I'm not playing these games. Not playing these games with this market. I'll give everybody that's in here a minute to type in !Wes in the chat. One more minute, and then we're going to do this giveaway. Loose at 25K on the line. 25K Pro, I believe. Is that right? 25K Pro. Yeah, 25K Pro test account on the line. All right, we only have 41 people entered, guys, and 50 people in the room in the stream total right now. So we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. I'll leave it open for another minute just to give everybody who's on a bathroom break and hasn't heard yet or just tuning into the stream an opportunity to get in. But exclamation point West, make sure you got your entries in. All right, guys, it's that time. It is that time. All right, guys, 43 people in, and we're selecting the winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Zen, you are the winner of the 25K Lucid Pro account. Shoot me a message in Discord. Congratulations. Congratulations. It is Zen. Claude, pick me. All right, good ad to limit the damage there, and I'm glad I pulled that stop up on that trade as well. Hey, thanks for the sub, Jeff. Appreciate you. Yeah, definitely let me know how you do with this account, Zen. But yeah, shoot me a DM on Discord and we'll get you all squared away, Zen, whenever you have time. You were expecting the race? Yeah, Mason is not with us this evening. He's moving this weekend, guys. So like he's packing and trying to get ready for a big move. So we're giving him some time away. But so yeah, Mason probably won't be with us. I will be live tomorrow night again at 6 p.m. Eastern, obviously. We'll do another giveaway for you guys. I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. I'm not liking what I'm seeing right now. I'm not going to be executing around 28K, especially in the lead up into FOMC. I'm probably going to call it for the night. Like I said, I've been struggling with my trading overall recently, especially on prop accounts. Yes, you guys saw my calendar earlier. Yes, it looks like I've had a huge green month, but it's all one trade on my personal account. I'm actually struggling with my trading right now. So the last thing I need to do is probably sit on a live stream and overtrade and do something stupid. Even though I'm sure you guys would love to see it. That's not what I want to teach on my channel and not what I want to show on my channel. I don't want to be a degenerate and be a YOLOer, right? So I'm gonna call it for the night tonight. We'll end the stream there. Down $72 total overall. I got to get out of this trading funk that I'm in. I'm in one of those stretches where I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm chasing every move, and I'm just break even right now. I feel like all my prop accounts, I feel like are just floating around break even. I've gotten one payout in the month of July, and like I said, you know, I realize what my calendar actually looks like, guys. Like, I realize that my calendar looks pretty good, but it doesn't tell the whole story all the time. It just does not tell the whole story. Wish it did. I wish it was that easy. But it doesn't. But yeah. But if you're continuing to trade this, trade safe, stay patient. I'll be live again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, guys. Good luck tomorrow with FOMC and economic earnings. So just be on alert that there's going to be probably some volatile moves. Not that there hasn't been volatile moves this whole week already, but just be careful tomorrow. Don't blow up your accounts. Trade safe, stay patient, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.